fun happens from the inside out. And you can look at any situation and find a way to bring more joy for yourself and the people around you. Now, for the last 30 years, my field of research has been fun at work. And especially in this idea of creating a corporate culture that supports laughter, play, fun, reward, recognition, celebration. You can't just wait for it to happen. You have to be an active participant, or else every company would be fun to work for, which we know is not the case. Okay, can it happen in your association? Absolutely it can. How do I know that? Because it's happened in some of the least likely organizations in the entire universe. For example, the Wells Fargo Bank. Right? Not anybody's idea of a happy-go-lucky institution. But they did a fantastic reward and recognition experiment, the cornerstone of which was they gave a $35 gift certificate to each of their employees. But here was the catch. You couldn't cash it in yourself. Instead, you had to in turn award it to the one person in the bank who had done the best job in supporting you in being excellent in your job. It was a true peer reward and recognition program. And there was no limit to how many of those any one person working behind the scenes could receive. Now, I know as executives, as managers, you're trying to see the good things that your people are doing, but there's only so deep into the organization that your vision can penetrate. When you empower your people to reward and recognize each other, you get a much deeper scope. See, I had a chance to do some work with the executive team at Crate and Barrel. You know that company, Crate and Barrel? They do kitchen supplies and housewares, right? And what I asked them is a question that I always ask when we do consulting with organizations, which is, who are the people who are not in the high-profile reward and recognition positions? People don't get invited to a meeting like this, but nonetheless, they're dedicated to the success of the organization. And immediately, Al Celli, who was the East Coast distribution manager, jumped up and he said, you know what? For us, it's the guys back in the warehouse. He said, those guys are the heart and soul of this organization, loading up the trucks day and night. Nobody even knows who they are. So he went back to the loading dock, and he made a big banner that he put up over the loading dock that said, packed with pride. And then every time one of the teams finished loading up a truck, he would bring them over to the banner, pose them under it, and take a Polaroid photo of them and include it along with the shipment. So the people back at the stores, when they unloaded the trucks, they also unloaded a photo of the guys who had packed up the trucks for them. And all of a sudden, these empty trucks started coming back to the warehouse, filled with all these little toys and cards and gifts for the guys back at the dock. One of the teams even took a Polaroid photo themselves, sent it back to the guys at the dock. They called it Unpacked with Pride. Well, notice what he had done. He had really expanded their sense of who was on their team.
Matt has hundreds of excited repeat customers from every walk of life. Fortune 500 companies, international associations, and every industry vertical. As founder and artistic director of the motivational group Playfair, Matt has brought the same valuable business training in an even more interactive environment to college students, youth organizations, and forward-thinking companies, associations, and government agencies. Matt's Playfair organization presents over 400 dynamic team-building programs every year.
And principle number 4, everybody say it with me, life is but a dream. Perfect. Now, let's take a look at these 4 principles in a little more detail. Reality is mostly a matter of opinion. Nothing is for sure. And people, instead of choosing to make their life a dream, so often make the opposite choice and create a nightmare for themselves. A lot of our life is about making choices. And in fact, making your life a dream is really a summation of the first 3. Because if you really do go, row, row, row that boat, and anything that happens you see as an opportunity, and you do practice going gently down the stream, and you know that pretty much anything that happens for the purpose of turning you into your own true self. And if you really do go merrily, 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 merrily down that stream, and you're an unending source of joy and inspiration for the people around you, then you know what? Your life at work really can be a dream come true.
If you want to take your organization, or even your entire industry, to the next level, teach them to motivate, to build a winning team, to have fun at work, you need Matt Weinstein.
If you really do follow those first 3 principles, then I guarantee you, your life at work really can be a dream come true. Thank you so much for this chance to be with you this morning.
For more information, please contact the provider of this DVD.